Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Marilise, for that wonderful, warm, atmosphere-rousing, those songs. My type of music, I must say. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me here this evening. I feel truly humbled to be amongst such a wonderful group of cancer survivors, fighters. And also thank you, Leanne Jones, and your amazing committee for organising this event for such a worthy cause. So who is Julian Axon? And what qualifies me to talk about cancer to a group of people who have been affected by the disease? Well, I've been living with cancer for over 10 years now. I've been diagnosed with cancer 5 times. Some people say, hey, I collect stamps, you collect cancer. But jokes aside, it's a serious issue. So, back in 2006, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Then I had 2 malignant melanomas in 2013 and 2015. And also in 2013, I was diagnosed with a stage 4 glioblastoma multiforme, otherwise known as GBM, a brain tumour, with which I received a prognosis of perhaps only between 5 to 15 months of life expectancy. Then, within 12 months of that diagnosis, and after having the tumour surgically removed and the traditional follow-up treatment for such tumours of radiotherapy, chemotherapy, you all know it, we've all been there, large doses of cortisone, I was again diagnosed with another stage 4 GBM, and also with the same prognosis, another 5 to 15 months life expectancy. The clock started ticking again, but my fight started going again. Thank you. So, my skirt's falling off. Sorry, so I've been there. I've been where you have been, or perhaps where you are now. But please let me point out that I do not want this to be a tale of what I have been through, a sob story. It's more a tale of how I went through it. It's a success story. And I have to add that it's not like riding a bicycle or skating on ice, where the more you do it, the easier it gets. This stuff gets harder and harder with every new diagnosis. We have probably all asked that question, why me? Well, that question screams louder and louder with each new diagnosis. This is where your self-motivation steps in and you accept that small period of self-pity and then move up a gear, grit your teeth and call on determination to win a fight against the disease. Allow yourself a dream that one day you will have won your fight, and commit to never letting go of that dream until you have won. In planning the fulfillment of your dream, set yourself achievable goals. Don't allow yourself to become demoralized by unachievable goals. Be clear with your goals. Write them down. Clarity is a key factor in achievement. Vague goals would leave you wondering, where am I going? Or have I even got there? You would never jump in your car and set off for Cape Town without knowing the route you were going to take to get there, would you? My first goal after removal of my prostate was to regain control of my bladder. Excuse me a minute. Surgery to remove the prostate gland is very likely to affect the muscles controlling the bladder. And to help with that problem, one is likely to be fitted with a catheter. Unfortunately, the catheter allows your bladder to become lazy and just release into a bag which is strapped to your leg. But where there are negatives, you can always look for positives. And the positive part about having a catheter for me was that when wearing loose-fitting trousers, I had the freedom to move around. I could drive, I could go shopping, and no one knew what was strapped to my leg. Hey, I could even have some fun with it. I could go to a pub and sit at a bar, and if I felt a warm feeling on my leg, I could turn to the guy next to me and say, hey dude, I bet you don't know what I just did when I'm sitting next to you. The next step after removal of the catheter was to wear nappies until I could really control my bladder. You can imagine there was not much more motivation needed to do my lower tummy muscle exercises than to get out of senior nappies. But was my goal achievable? Yes, it was. And I did achieve that one within just a few weeks. And let me tell you, success breeds a hunger for more success. So I moved on with my winner's plan. I believe you should find your own switches that stimulate your motivation, something like a light switch. When the sun goes down, you turn on a light to help you see. When your spirit starts going down, then turn on your own personal switch to get you going again. A lagging spirit was my switch. I recognized when I was having a down day and my spirit was lagging a little. I would give myself a good stern talking to and ensure I regained my positive mindset. Most of us are not searching for sympathy, but our friends and family mean well. When they start consoling you, it should give you a reminder that you're not alone in your battle and other people do share your dream, that you will overcome all. You will be rejuvenated and move back into the right mindset. Excuse me, I have to turn the page. A positive mindset is the beginning of a successful outcome, as negative mindsets are set up for failure. Now, I'm not saying that pure willpower alone can kill cancer cells. But what I do believe is that you can think yourself sick. I always told my daughters, didn't I? That just because they had a runny nose, it did not mean they had flu. But if they lay down and persuaded themselves they had flu, they would probably develop all the symptoms of it, such as headaches and aching muscles. Also, as part of my own self-motivation, I took the personal decision to give myself a visible reminder of my fight to win. Not everybody likes tattoos, but at the age of 60, I decided to place a statement of my defiance on my arm. And all my tattoos, all my battles are tattooed on my arm with the words, "Keep fighting." I found I regularly looked at my tattoo and it did help me. As I said, a tattoo is not everyone's cup of tea, but a bracelet, a ring or anything you choose can be a visual reminder to be positive. So identify up front any fears you may have for failure and build yourself a plan that will overcome failure while maintaining your positive mindset. One of my goals was, and still is for that matter, to be able to play a decent game of golf again after losing my hand-eye coordination following brain surgery. After a few sessions on the practice range, I had a fear that I might never get to be a decent golfer again. My plan is to keep practicing and keep trying, to go for lessons, to start again from the very basics. I have played a few games of golf, and they've not been very successful, to be honest. Apart from the bad golf, I was also feeling pretty tired at the end of the game. So I set myself a plan to improve my fitness again by hard work at the gym. I go for workouts as often as I possibly can, and already I'm seeing the benefits. Again, where there are negatives, there are also positives to be found. Check out this positive. While I am shooting scores of over 100 in my game of golf, my friends are still shooting their scores of 90 or 80 or even less. Now, the positive part of this dismal game of golf of mine is I get much better value for money for my golfies. I get to have over 100 shots for my 100 rounds of golfies, but my buddies only get 80 or 90 shots. Now you really need to be a positive thinker to consider that a positive outcome. All of this planning is pretty much like a company business plan, where you would identify key success factors and threats and opportunities, then put your plan in place to achieve your ultimate goal. With the nature of our illness, setbacks may come, but push them aside. Push them aside. Hold on to your dream and believe in it with all the faith you can muster. Belief provides hope, and without belief you cannot really expect hope. But with cancer, life does not have to be a series of downs. There will be up times as well, and you must recognize those up times and enjoy them. I recently had a follow-up MRI scan on my brain, and the feedback from that was that my brain is clear of tumours. That is now the second clear scan I have had in 12 months. So I have now moved from 2 tumours in 12 months to 2 clear scans in 12 months. I'm on a winning roll! And everyone close to me is incredibly happy for me, and they show it, while I show them how happy I am. I let people around you see that you have had a winning moment. You will feel inspired by that moment, and you will get encouraged by others who can see you at a triumph. Grasp at anything and see how you can turn it into a positive. Act as though you have achieved your goal, and let others share in your success. My successes through my 10-year battle of 5 cancers have prompted me to want to do something for others who are struggling with their illness. A new challenge I set myself was a mission to motivate and inspire people affected by cancer. That is not only the patients, but also those close to the patients, because as we all know, cancer affects a wide circle around the patient himself or herself. So, I wrote a book, another achievement for me. And it's dedicated to motivating and inspiring people affected by cancer. I let people know that I was writing a book. And when I finished it, I told everybody, and then reveled in the happiness they showed me. Finally, the book was published and released globally on Amazon, and again I let everybody know I had achieved another success. The feedback from that success just drove me on and on and on. Even people who had not had cancer but read my book, my manuscript, told me how it inspired them. And it is that type of feedback I refer to as feeding your own motivation. But guys, this is not a sales pitch, but believe me, you can buy that book in Fogarty's at Walmart Park or P&A at Bay West. I do actually have some books where you can get a signed copy from me if you want to. Feel free. Moving back to our fighting spirit and mindset, do not entertain thoughts that you are not winning while you are still in the process of winning. You can, and I've written this in capital letters, you can be a winner if you set your mind to it. Trust yourself to be a winner. You are in a continuous string of battles in a bigger war against cancer. Those battles will come to you, so fight them as they come to you. Don't go looking for your battles ahead of time. That would be self-defeating. Do not see what is not there. So, it is common understanding that the best defense against cancer is early detection. And bearing that in mind, I have developed my own defenses, which I call the principle of 4. 4, F-O-U-R, stands for F equals feel. O equals observe. U equals uncover. And R equals recognize. I put my principle of 4 into action early every morning while showering, I feel for any lumps or bumps that should not be there. And also in the bathroom, I look in the mirror, or I ask my lovely wife to observe for any lumps or unusual marks that may be new. I uncover any areas that might be hiding something that I should recognize as a potential threat to my health. This habit has become a daily regime that I can tell you has been responsible for discovering both my 2 malignant melanomas before they developed into life-threatening stages of cancer, therefore allowing them to be safely removed. I love it when a plan comes together. I would like to finish here by telling you how I wish to adopt a new rallying call for our journey through cancer. And it is borrowed and adapted from a popular children's TV program, Bob the Builder. I'm sure most of you with small children or grandchildren have heard, Bob the Builder, can he fix it? Yes, he can. My adopted call is, we've seen cancer, can we beat it? Yes, we can. Let's do that again. Come on, let's do it again, but this time with bigger and the determination of winners. We've seen cancer. Can we beat it? Yes, we can. Ladies and gentlemen, may you all be successful with your own motivation in your own battles. And God bless you all. Thank you. And let's remember, cancer never sleeps, and we never, never, never give up the fight. So let's go ahead and enjoy the night and show cancer what we're made of. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.